Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading for November 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks and you did have one jumping card. I just wanted to mention that I am posting additional bonus love readings. I just posted one today on my Facebook account. It's not a page or a group. I did have to change the page, so the old link does not work. I'll put a link down below. There's also one on my website, and there's also one on my main YouTube page. I've already posted a reading for next week, and you did have something very interesting that I will tell you about in a minute. So if you want to watch a bonus love reading for you for this week, you can go over there. Now let me show you a card jumped for you. You have the Five of Cups. So I feel like the sign of Aries, I feel like there's something very emotional going on with you. The Five of Cups does represent tears, unhappiness, a sense of loss. This is a kind of a feeling of emptiness. Like you could be that you've gone through a breakup, or you're just feeling really emotional. Now I also wanted to show you what's at the bottom of each deck, because it's a very interesting synchronicity. The bottom of this one, King of Wands, which is your energy as a fire sign. At the bottom of this deck, King of Wands. Now that is a huge synchronicity, and if you have, there's two messages here. It could be that You've got to do something to change this unhappiness. Now, again, I told you there was a huge synchronicity. Not just this, but if you watch the reading on Facebook, the King of Wands also showed up twice for this week of November 11th. But also, if you have a partner who is a fire sign, it could be that this reading is really speaking to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. This is just a jumping card, so I'm just going to put it back in there. Let's start with this deck and get 9 cards. This is the love reading for the sign of Aries for November. Faith, which is the Hierophant. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. Queen of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. 9 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. The Sun. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. King of Coins. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. 7 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. The Magician. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. The Tower. Love reading for the sign of Aries for November. And you have the Page of Cups. Okay, so what's the most important message that Aries needs to hear about their love life for November 2018? And you have the Empress. So the Empress is promising you happiness, love. This is the energy of having it all. And of course, it is a major arcana. I feel like you can have everything that you've ever wanted. Maybe your ideal partner, maybe someone in particular. This is just the energy of you will have it all and then some. So we'll come back to this to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. And if you would like to get a private reading with me, Aries, just go to my website. It is channelguidance.com. I'll also put a link down below. Okay, so let's see what you have going on here. You do start with a major arcana. You have Faith, which is the Hierophant, followed by the Queen of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So Faith, this is, again, the Hierophant. This is telling you that there is possibly a really strong kindred spirit, soulmate connection. This is kind of feeling like this is the person you belong with. You have found, again, that kindred spirit, soulmate partner. And it can very well be someone who is a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. And you also have the 9 of Cups, the wish card. A wish is granted. Which again, this ties in with the main energy of the Empress. You can have it all. For some of you, this can be telling you that your feelings towards someone are valid, even if it's not a water sign. You might be in the energy of the Queen of Cups. This is someone who's very loving, very intuitive, very affectionate, and very in touch with their intuition. So for some of you, you may be feeling a strong connection with someone, like you just feel like this person is the one. The Empress is telling you that you can have it all. And again, the 9 of Cups is saying there can be a lot of happiness between you and this person. It's also the energy of a wish being granted. It could be that you have an opportunity to explore a relationship with someone that, where there's just a really strong connection to this person. Now, in the second row here, you have the Sun, the King of Coins, and the Seven of Cups. So you have the energy of an earth sign now. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, there's a very positive card and then kind of a challenging card around this person. The Sun, it's the most positive card in the entire deck, and it is promising a happily ever after. This is positive energy, love, success. But there is a sense of confusion with the Seven of Cups. This is being really emotional. Remember that you had the Five of Cups jump for you when I was properly shuffling, which means that there's a sense of unhappiness around you. I mean, you might be the King of Coins if you have a Moon or Rising in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or it could be your partner. So, I mean, I feel like there is a strong sense of happiness here with the Sun in a relationship where there's just a lot of confusion. With the Seven of Cups, this is lack of clarity. This is, again, a very emotional energy, just completely lost. And, with the Hierophant being the first card, it could be that you really have to use your intuition, because even though there is a sense of confusion and just kind of being like very kind of scattered emotionally, there's strong happiness here. The Nine of Cups and the Sun. And again, for some of you, it could be with a water sign. For others, it can be with an earth sign. But remember what you had at the bottom of the deck. You had the King of Wands 2 times. So for some of you, it is with a fire sign, with another fire sign. Now down here, you've got 2 major arcanas here. You've got the Magician and the Tower with the Page of Cups. So for some of you, there can be a very, very unexpected communication with the Tower. The Tower is, kind of a shocking energy, something that comes completely out of the blue. And sometimes it can represent a shocking revelation, shocking communication. And ironically, you have communication right next to it, the Page of Cups, which can be a declaration of love. It can be that someone just opens their heart to you, tells you exactly how they feel about you. But you do have the Magician right next to it. The Magician is telling you, like, this is actually in your hands. This is saying you're creating your own reality. So, I mean, I feel like so far this spread is telling you that there's someone that you feel like this person is the one. There's a strong sense of happiness here. Again, I see it here with the Nine of Cups and with the Sun and with the Hierophant. You feel like this is where you belong. But there's also, this energy of feeling really lost. Like you may not know how they feel about you. They could be sending you mixed signals. But I see that, there can be a shocking kind of turn of events. Maybe you need to communicate your feelings to them with the Page of Cups. Because it's not, I feel like, it may not be up to them. It may be up to you maybe to make a decision with the Magician. This is telling you that you have everything that you need to create a positive love life for yourself. And again, going back to the main energy, it was the Empress. The Empress is saying you can have it all. But the Magician is saying you would have to fight for that. You would have to make things work. Okay, let's see what the rest of the message is. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for November? The Three of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for November? King of Cups. So now you have the King and the Queen of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for November? Temperance. Put it there. So these 3 cards. So strong water sign energy. It seems like there's something really emotional going on with the sign of Aries. You've got the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Cups, the King of Cups. Strong. Also the Page of Cups down here. Very emotional energy. I do see you being very happy. You have the Three of Cups. This is you celebrating something very positive in your love life. It could be celebrating a new relationship, rekindling a connection with someone, hearing that somebody loves you. The Three of Cups is happiness. It's also a card of marriage, even a card of children. Possibly, with a water sign. Here's the Queen of Cups. Now the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You do have temperance. Temperance usually comes up when you either have to be very patient with someone or maybe even really understanding, very forgiving. Possibly, with your partner, but it can even be with yourself. Temperance is this energy of like, don't Try not to push too hard. Don't rock the boat. This could be a matter of timing. Again, it could be a matter of everything falling into place with the Three of Cups being here. You know, I did say don't rock the boat, don't push too hard, but keep in mind that the Magician is here saying like you have to take some type of action for there to be a dramatic change in your love life, because it's here with the Tower. There can be, you know, a shocking confession from your partner, a shocking declaration of love, a shocking turn of events. There can even be another partner for you. Keep in mind that you have 3 court cards in this spread. You've got the King and the Queen of Cups and the King of Coins. And when we started the reading, you had the King of Wands 2 times at the bottom of each deck. So I feel like either way, the Empress is saying you can have it all if you try. Okay, let's look at the confirmation deck now. Let's see what other messages come up. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for November? Wow, the Tower again. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for November? The Nine of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries? 2 of Wands. Okay, what's the most important message that Aries needs to hear about their love life for November? The Nine of Cups. Again, because you do have it right here. So the Nine of Cups is telling you that in the month of November, I know I'm posting this kind of late, but it's still valid. It might even be valid through December, January. This is the wish card. A wish can be granted, whether it's finding a new relationship or, you know, finally being able to have a relationship with that kindred spirit. With the Hierophant being here. Again, this ties in with the main energy from the first deck, the Empress. You can have it all. The Wish card 2 times. Now these 3 cards. Now the Tower has repeated itself. I mean, here it is. Same card, different decks. There can be a shocking change in your love life. But again, I feel like I should show it to you again. It's because of what you do. Maybe the decisions that you make. The Tower is saying everything can change, or there can be a shocking revelation, events, but there is fear here with the Nine of Wands. This is someone who is very fearful. This is someone that keeps themselves very well guarded and protected. And this could be keeping things on hold with the Two of Wands. This is a delay. So for some of you, this can be, I mean, it's hard to say in a general reading. Ask yourself, are you the one that's kind of holding back? Are you afraid maybe of opening your heart to someone? Are you holding back for some reason, or is it your partner? I mean, I feel like for someone, again, who is very protective, defensive, this energy will just kind of keep everything on hold with the Two of Wands. But, I mean, again, seeing the Tower lined up with all of this, there can be a radical change from that. I mean, here it is again. I know I keep showing it to you, but I feel like it's important. Like, you've got to take control. You have everything that you need to have that relationship that you want. So now what we're going to do is we're going to focus just on X's with this deck right here. And let's see what's coming up. Let me just give it a quick shuffle. What messages are there for the sign of Aries about their ex? Show me the energies. Aries and their ex. Aries and their ex. Aries and their ex. What do they need to know? Aries and their ex. Aries and their ex. Aries and their ex. Aries and their ex. What do they most need to know for the month of November 2018? Aries and their ex. Okay, so let me get these cards out of the way. And again, keep in mind that although this reading is for exes, this can also be someone that you dated. Maybe it was not a committed relationship. Maybe it was not a relationship at all. This is someone that you cared about. They're no longer in your life, and you want to know, is there a possibility of things kind of returning to what they were? Okay, show me the energies around Aries and their ex. The Lovers. Aries and their ex. The Queen of Swords. Aries and their ex. The Queen of Cups. There's that water sign energy again. Aries and their ex. the Hierophant again. Aries and their ex. Ten of Swords. Aries and their ex. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so let's stop and look at this. You did have, as far as I can see here, you have a repeat card. You have the Hierophant, which in the 9-card spread was the very first card, which is called Faith. So that is a repeat energy, as well as the Queen of Cups, because that was also in the 9-card spread. So there is a water sign energy, and if you think there is no water sign, I'm not a water sign, they were not a water sign, it could be that there's just a really strong emotional connection. So let's take a look at this. Again, we're focusing on someone who is no longer in your life. Things are over, and you want to know, is there a possibility of working things out with this person? So you have the Lovers, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So, I mean, the fact that we're asking about, can you rekindle things? Can you work things out? Will they return? And you start off with the Lovers. That is a really positive message for you, because this does represent a committed relationship, possibly your life partner, a strong bond with someone. You do have, again, two people lined up here, and this can be you and your partner, even if you don't have a moon or rising in either an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. There are two people here with the Lovers. Now, another thing I can tell you, again, if like neither one of you has any type of air sign or water sign, is that you have two very different people here. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone that is not in touch with their emotions. This is someone that's very rational, logical. They're embarrassed by their emotions. They try to kind of stay away from all that. But the Queen of Cups is the total opposite. This is someone that embraces their emotions. This is someone that's very loving, has an open heart, speaks from the heart, very affectionate. Again, these are two very different people. But again, there is a connection with the Lovers. There's still a significant connection. Not only that, but the Hierophant 2 times. Again, kindred spirits and soulmates. So what I see here, just kind of looking at the bottom row, there is something painful that happened between you and this person, the Ten of Swords. Like you felt betrayed, or they felt betrayed, stabbed in the back, or lied to. There is a need to move on from this. And it doesn't mean that you've got to let go of hope. It could be that you've got to forgive. Maybe you've got to admit that, okay, you made a mistake, or maybe they made a mistake. This is getting past this and being able to move on. Because you have this card between the Hierophant and the Ace of Wands. And again, the Hierophant is saying, listen to your intuition when it comes to this person. Maybe you have to decide if you can trust them again, if you want to try again. The Hierophant is saying what you thought was there, that is valid. You do have a strong spiritual connection with this person. And then the Ace of Wands. This is exactly what you want to hear when you're asking about an ex. Because the Ace of Wands does represent not just a new beginning, but it represents wiping the slate clean, especially with something like the Ten of Swords, where there was something painful that happened, like a betrayal, or somebody just really hurt you. The Ace of Wands means that everything can be forgiven and forgotten, and you can start over from scratch as if nothing happened. And again, I feel like, again, with this Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups, if you definitely have no air sign or water sign in your chart, and they don't, these are just two very different people that you just kind of operate in a relationship in totally different ways. Like someone's very much, in touch with their feelings and their intuition. They just listen to their heart, and the other person is embarrassed by their emotions, don't really open up. Still a connection there with the Lovers and the Hierophant 2 times. And I see you being together again with the Ace of Wands, being able to forgive and forget. This is a new opportunity. This is you rekindling your relationship, starting over. This is a brand new relationship, totally different from what you had before. But there is the need to kind of get past your hurt with the Ten of Swords. It could be you, or it could be your ex. There's a need to forgive. So maybe that's why you had Temperance. Maybe also that's why I kept going back to the Magician. Like you're totally in control here. You may think you're not, but this is saying like you have everything that you need to make this relationship work again. Remember that you did have the Nine of Cups repeat itself, the Wish card. You can have this relationship again if that is what you want. You also have the most positive card in the deck, the Sun, a positive outcome, positive energy, happiness, and love. So Again, if you're kind of wondering, can I get back with this person? Like, even if you think it's far-fetched, I get a lot of that in private readings. It's not far-fetched. I mean, I just feel like you're dealing with someone where you were just very, very different. Again, you just operated in a different way in relationships, but there's still a strong connection there. If you can forgive, if you can get past everything that maybe broke you up or all the differences that you had, there's still a new beginning there with the Ace of Wands. Let me get one more card for you. I feel like I should get one more. I will get it from, yeah, I'll just get it from this deck. What final message is there for the sign of Aries for November 2018 about their ex? A decision. The Two of Swords. This does represent, you know, saying this is, it represents decisions. Let's just start there. Perhaps you have a choice to make. Will you forgive or not? Will you take them back or not? Or it could even be in reverse. I mean, it's a general reading, so it's hard to say. Do you have a chance to take them back? Or are they trying to get you back? This is a difficult decision that has to be made or nothing moves forward. And I feel for most of you, it's probably about, can you forgive? Are you ready to try again? Do you want to give them that chance with the Two of Swords? Until you make a decision to take them back or to forgive, maybe even to leave another relationship, until you make that decision, nothing moves forward. It's either you or it's them. This is just an energy of having to make an extremely complicated decision here. I mean, it could even be that someone, again, maybe you're with somebody else now. Maybe they're with somebody else. A difficult decision has to be made or nothing moves forward. Okay, Aries, this has been your love reading for November 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.